Today I am going to begin in chemistry chapter 1 chemical reactions and equations. Students, in this chapter we are going to study about chemical reactions, chemical equations, how to balance a chemical equation, different types of chemical reactions, and corrosion and rancidity. These are the topics which we are going to do in this chapter. What is a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is a reaction in which there is an interaction of chemicals with each other to form new substances. I repeat, the process of interaction of chemicals with each other to form new substances is called chemical reaction. Whenever a chemical change takes place, we say that a chemical reaction has taken place. Students, there are number of reactions, number of changes taking place around us. For example, cooking of food, digestion of food in our body, respiration process, milk getting spoiled during summer. These are few examples of chemical changes. Now, during a chemical reaction, we are going to observe two or more features that one should know about chemical reactions. They are, during a chemical reaction, atoms of one element do not change into those of another element. Atoms cannot disappear from the reaction mixture or appear from elsewhere. It is important to note that chemical reactions involve the breaking and making of bonds between atoms to produce new substances. Bonding is of two types, ionic bonding and covalent bonding. Now we will study about different types of chemical reactions. First one, combination reactions. A reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants is known as a combination reaction. In a simple language, when two or more substances combine or react together and only one single product is formed, such a reaction is a combination reaction. There is an activity in our NCERT book, activity 1.4. Take some amount of calcium oxide in a beaker, slowly add water in the beaker and mix it up with the help of a glass rod. We feel that the temperature of the beaker rises as the contents in it react with each other. Calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to produce slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide, releasing large amount of heat. Here in this diagram, in this picture, you can see the reaction, we can see that two beakers are there. In one beaker calcium oxide is taken and in the other we are showing the mixing of water to it. The resultant solution which is formed is calcium hydroxide. So calcium oxide, CaO plus water gives CaOH the whole twice, and along with it heat is evolved. This is an exothermic process as heat is liberated in this reaction. The beaker also becomes hot, its temperature rises. The solution of slaked lime, which is used in whitewashing walls. Calcium hydroxide reacts slowly with carbon dioxide in 2 or 3 days to form a thin layer of calcium calcium carbonate on the walls, which gives it a white, shiny finish. The above reaction is depicted in the form of equation CaOH the whole twice plus CO2 will give CaCO3 plus water. So students, this is the chemical reaction taking place during whitewashing. There are many other chemical reactions which are examples of combination reactions. For example, burning of coal, burning of magnesium ribbon and formation of water. These are few examples which we can give. For example, coal is carbon. C plus O2 will give CO2. Magnesium burns in oxygen to give magnesium oxide and bright white dazzling light is produced. The equation is 2Mg plus O2 gives 2MgO. This is an important reaction. Hydrogen burns in oxygen to produce water. This reaction can be depicted as 2H2 plus O2 will give 2H2O. So all these are examples. Next, exothermic process or exothermic reaction. Reactions in which heat is released along with the formation of the products are called exothermic chemical reactions or exothermic process. Examples: respiration. The glucose in our body, in the cells, combines with oxygen in the presence of water to form carbon dioxide, water and energy. Therefore, respiration is an exothermic process. We can represent the equation C6H12O6 plus O2 will give H2 plus water will give carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Second, decomposition of vegetable matter into compost is again an example of exothermic reaction. Burning of natural gas, methane burns in oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, water, heat and light, and burning of magnesium ribbon are all examples of exothermic process. Second type of reactions, decomposition reactions. When a single reactant breaks down to give simpler products, a decomposition reaction takes place. That means a reactant breaks down into simpler substances, two or more simpler substances. Such a reaction is called as decomposition reaction. There's an activity in your NCERT book, activity 1.5. Take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a dry boiling tube. The color of ferrous sulfate crystals is pale green. Heat the boiling tube over the flame of the burner. The color of the crystals will change to reddish brown, and evolution of gases which give a smell of burning sulfur will be observed. The equation is 2FeSO4 on heating will give Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. Fe2O3 is ferric oxide which is reddish brown in color, and sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide gases are also released. Such a reaction in which a reactant decomposes on heating is called a thermal decomposition reaction. Decomposition of limestone. Limestone formula CaCO3. When it is heated at a high temperature, it decomposes to produce calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. CaCO3 on heating gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide is used in the manufacture in the manufacturing of cement. Students, this is a picture in which it is shown a girl is heating the ferrous sulfate crystals. This is the correct way of heating the crystal, whether any crystals or any heating of solid you are doing in the lab. And so nicely she is wafting the gas gently towards the nose. So this is the correct way of heating any solid compound in the laboratory. Another activity in the NCERT book, activity 1.6. Take about 2 to 3 grams of lead nitrate crystals. Lead nitrate is a white solid, and take it in the boiling tube and start heating it over a flame. On heating, the white color of lead nitrate slowly changes to pale yellow color solid, and evolution of brown colored gas takes place. That means after some time the white color disappears and we get a pale yellow color solid which is there in the boiling tube. Here decomposition reaction takes place. 2 PbNO3 the whole twice on heating gives 2 PbO plus 4 NO2 plus O2. Here lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen are produced. This is an example of thermal decomposition reaction. Second type of decomposition, that is electrolytic decomposition. When decomposition takes place in the presence of electricity, then such a reaction is called as electrolytic decomposition. Decomposition of a chemical compound through the process of electrolysis is called electrolytic decomposition reaction. There is an activity 1.7 in the NCERT book. Take a plastic mug, make 2 holes at the base and fit rubber stoppers in these holes. Then put carbon electrodes in these rubber stoppers. Connect these electrodes to a 6-volt battery. Fill the mug with water in such a way that the electrodes are immersed in it, and add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the water to make it a good conductor of electricity. Take 2 test tubes filled with water and invert them over the 2 carbon electrodes. Switch on the current and leave the apparatus undisturbed. You will observe the formation of bubbles at both the electrodes. These bubbles displace water in the test tube. The gas collected in one of the test tube is double the amount of the gas collected on the other electrode. Once the test tubes are filled with respective gases, remove them carefully and test these gases one by one by bringing the burning matchstick close to the mouth of the test tube. One test tube, the burning matchstick blows off with a pop sound. This shows that the gas is hydrogen, and in the other test tube the matchstick starts burning more brightly. This is oxygen gas. So in this reaction, water undergoes electrolysis and hydrogen gas and oxygen gas are produced at the cathode and anode respectively. The chemical equation is 2H2O in the presence of electric current, or when electric current is passed through it, will form 2H2 plus O2. Third type of decomposition is called as photodecomposition or photolysis reaction or photolytic decomposition. In this activity, students, We will take about 2 grams of silver chloride in a china dish. Color of silver chloride is white, and we place this china dish in sunlight for some time. After some time, we will observe that the color of white silver chloride turns grey. This is due to the decomposition of silver chloride into silver and chlorine when exposed to sunlight. This is an example of photodecomposition reaction. Photo means light, and the reaction is taking place in the presence of light. 2AgCl in the presence of sunlight will give 2Ag plus Cl2. The photodecomposition reaction of silver bromide, which is used in black and white photography, the reaction is also similar to the one which we have studied in case of silver chloride. Yes, silver bromide undergoes photolysis to form silver and bromine. Vapors are produced. So this is again an example of photodecomposition reaction. Why decomposition reactions are termed endothermic? Students, why are they endothermic in nature? The decomposition reactions require energy, either in the form of heat, light, or electricity for breaking down the reactants in simpler products. Endothermic reactions are those in which energy is absorbed. Example, barium hydroxide reacts with ammonium chloride to form barium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. And minus heat is written on the product side, meaning to say that in this reaction, heat energy is absorbed and the reaction mixture becomes cold. BaOH the whole twice plus NH4Cl will give BaCl2 plus 2NH4OH minus heat. This indicates it is endothermic in nature. Now students, we have discussed the different types of reactions, basically combination and decomposition, and different types of decompositions we have done. Now there is a small task for you to do it in your fair notebooks, and that is write the chemical names and chemical formula of the following. These are the common names of the compounds which I have just discussed in this session: quicklime, slaked lime, lime water, limestone, marble. You will write down their chemical names and chemical formula. Another task which you have to do for all the topics which I have dealt with you so far, from your NCERT, in your NCERT book, question 1 and 2, page number 10. Also, question 9, 10, 11, 12 and 17 of your NCERT book, pages 15 and 16. These are the questions you have to do in your fair notebooks. Next time, students, we will continue with the third type of reaction, that is displacement, then double displacement reaction and redox reactions. So till then, students, please go through your NCERT books, do this home task. Thank you, students. Have a wonderful day.